Yup. I like it. Uh-huh. 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 Yeah.
Welcome back. When I left you last, I was at Mountain Creek Bike Park, and I still am. And acclimating to the speed of this steep downhill part. These days really are the best. Up on the lift and down the mountain all day. I look forward to these days all year long.
Oh, there we go. Here he jumps. That's what I like.
I eventually found some drops and decided to check them out before hitting them. I tend to not take as many risks when I'm on a road trip like this. It would really suck to get hurt on day one on my summer vacation, especially when I have so much more to see. It's always a little scary rolling off the plane, but it's also really easy.
Yeah!
And now I'm starting to have some fun. After crushing some tacos at their patio bar area attached to the lodge, I jumped right back on the lift and headed right back up. I met some cool guys from Philly that day at those first two drops, and again at lunch.
Brian.
Max from Philly.
They had been here before and offered to take me down a Black Diamond with some great step downs. And boy, I'm glad I did. But first we had to cut across the back of the mountain to the other side on this fun blue trail. The aggressive steepness of the blues and greens had me ship a little, so I imagined the blacks to be deadly. But this particular black trail, Tempest, was incredible, and I wish I discovered it earlier. We stopped at all the drops and scoped them out. And then we walked back up to the trailhead to take the whole run. This is the kind of trail that once you learn, you can have so much fun on all day.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm in the wrong gear. Oh my God. Oh, these rocks are loose too. Drop. Oh, drop.
Then we stopped at this platform potato chip drop at the end of the day. This one was a little different in that it was much bigger, and you had to take a little mini step up onto it, and then drop off the other end.
Oh!
We checked it out, and they towed me in, and it was a really fun feature.
Got it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
See, it's not that bad, right?
Thank you, yeah.
And it was such an epic way to end the day.
Oh, yeah. Almost.
It was getting close to closing time and starting to rain. And you know, as soon as you start feeling tired, it's time to wind it down. Overall, the day was great to feel out the new bike and finally visit Mountain Creek. This park was on my list for a while now, so it was great to finally ride it. And although I was concerned about running only 160mm of squish, today confirmed that the Jessie was more than capable of shredding downhill parks. And considering it handled the spiciness of this park, I knew it would be fine at all the other parks I planned on visiting. After all, if you haven't noticed already, I'm not a pro rider sending 30-foot gap jumps or dropping into double black diamonds. Most of the year I ride in Florida, so I feel like I made the right choice with the Jessie. That night I was picking up takeout from this great little town, Warwick, New York, and I met a local who suggested going to Stewart State Park, which was just 40 miles away over the state line in New York. So, I checked out of the shady hotel I stayed in seen here, which I would not recommend to anyone, but it was the closest place to Mountain Creek I could find. There were not a lot of options up here. So before my last 4-hour drive home, I made a pit stop to Stewart State Forest. Stewart State Forest consists of 68 trails, totaling 59 miles with a vertical of 296 feet.
Here we go.
And this place was great. Total opposite of Mountain Creek, that it was tight single track and not trimmed very well. A lady at the entrance came out with her husband and showed me her forearms dripping in blood. She warned me about the poorly manicured trails, but was still smiling ear to ear. And she was right. A lot of it was tight single track going through these overgrown thorn bushes hanging on the trail.
Kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. Thorns! God damn, dude.
And it was bad. I ended up stopping just the trim section. But once I got through that mess, this place was pretty cool, and it had some great sections. Tough climbs, plenty of New England rock and boulder action, and some nice descents. I got lost a few times, and had the usual first-time frustrations. Luckily, I ran into a local rider, Tim and his buddy, right before we hit this last big downhill run, and Tim offered to take me down. I jumped at the opportunity because he knows these trails.
Where do you live? Miami. Florida? Yeah, dude. I went to Mountain Creek yesterday. Oh, really? And I'm headed home to Connecticut, visiting for the summer. And somebody was like, oh, before you go, you got to go to Stewart. I'm like, okay. Yeah. I'm glad they told me, man. This is great.
I drive Florida in the winter.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, Santana, Alphaya,
Oh, yeah, Alphaya is great.
Carter Road, all that shit.
Uh-huh.
And after a few notes from Tim on what features to expect, we hit it. And what a sick run it was.
Oh, yeah. Woo! Nice. Tim. Shane.
It's Shane?
Yeah.
Man, I think
Nice to meet you, dude. Colin.
brother Colin.
Yeah. I got you on video, so if I do make a video of it,
Oh, I don't care.
Colin and Tim.
After that, we went our separate ways.
Oh, yeah.
But it was great to have a guide. I would have never hit it like that by myself. It's these moments I love the most when I'm exploring a new trail system. It can get very confusing when you're in the woods and trails are crossing with no signage. You waste so much time looking at trail forks on your phone, trying to determine if you're actually going the correct way. This is the worst part about going somewhere for the first time. Stewart State Park was a sweet surprise to end the road trip. I ended up riding 11.1 miles over 92 minutes and climbed and descended almost 900 feet. From here, I had a 4-hour drive home. And this would mark the end of the first leg of my road trip. It didn't work out exactly like I imagined, but I still managed to get 4 rides in my first downhill park of the summer. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. Keep an eye out on the next episode when I hit my local trails in Connecticut and our own little downhill park, Powder Ridge. Thanks for watching. Now get out there and ride.